Hey guys, it doesn't matter,
Ellen the Dream.
and this is episode 43 of our podcast, Confessions of a Stan Mixer edition. And today we are going to be doing a ranking of all of the Little Mix covers over the years. And we have come to the total of 25. If we miss some, oops.
Oops.
I feel like we tried.
I think we got all of them.
Yeah.
Most of them.
If we did miss one and you want to know what our ranking is, comment down below and we'll let you know. Starting with number 25, I have the Crazy in Love medley from the Get Weird tour.
I have Super Bass.
All right. I chose Crazy in Love medley. I love the Crazy in Love part. I love the Girls Run the World part. I just hate the Fester Skank part.
Yeah.
Like and there's like a couple other parts I'm like not a big fan of. I don't know. I just can't get on board. It like kind of ruins it for me. And I always like fast forward through it. I'm always like, all right, can this be over? Like,
Yeah.
it's not even like interesting to like, I know a lot of people are like, Lee's rapping. And I'm like, she's just saying the same thing over and over again. Like, it's not interesting. You know what I mean? At least not to me. So there are parts of it I really like, but there are just parts I really don't.
So, Super Bass I put on here because. See, this is like what's going to happen with a lot of these is like I like the originals. And so, this one for me, one, I like the original a lot. And so it's obviously not the same. But I feel like with this one, it's almost overdone because since it is a group, they have to add in all the harmonies and all that stuff, but I like it simpler. So I think that's kind of what dragged it down to the bottom.
Number 24, I have everyone just take a deep breath. Um, I have Dance with Somebody.
I have Cry Me a River.
All right, guys, I understand that it's full of good vocals. It's got great harmonies. It's got like the backing, like choir. I understand why it's awesome. I just don't like either of the songs really, and so I don't enjoy the mashup. And that's it.
I did Cry Me a River just because like that was X Factor times. If they redid it, I feel like I would like it a lot more. But I don't know. It's just I like their other ones are just better in my opinion.
All right. Moving on to number 23. Everyone, it's okay. I promise after this, you guys will I'll be less controversial. I have Perry's cover of All by Myself.
I have Holy Grail in that whole mashup.
Okay,
Not
first I'm
mashup.
offended by your choice. And then number 2. Okay, guys. Here's the thing about this cover. Obviously her vocals are amazing. No one is questioning that. She altered her voice to sound like why am I forgetting the proper way to
Celine Dion.
Thank you. I was like on the tip of my tongue and I'm like, why isn't this coming to me? Okay. Yeah, so she altered her voice to sound like her, and I just really didn't like that. I would have liked the cover a hell of a lot more if Perry had just sung it in her voice, in her tone, in her own style. But because she didn't, I don't know, I don't love listening to it.
So with this, is it like what do I call it? A mashup kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah. Holy Grail
Yeah,
Counting Stars Smells Like Teen Spirit.
yeah. So
I'm
I
surprised you don't like this one.
I really try to like I like bits and pieces of it, but just to me the three songs just like sound really choppy. Not like them singing it, but like the choices to use those three songs just it doesn't like feel very cohesive to me. But it's also because I'm not a huge fan of the songs like the originals. Holy Grail, like not really a fan of. Counting Stars I like, but
I was
I
gonna say, I was like, you have to like Counting Stars. That's
no,
like
yeah,
the
I like
type of
Counting
music we like.
Stars. I like Counting Stars. Holy Grail, I'm like on the fence about. It's not really my favorite. And then Smells Like Teen Spirit, I like, but I had a dance to it last year, and so it's kind of not ruined, but you know, like what happens when that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. You never feel the same way
So
about a song you dance to.
yeah, and so I'm just kind of like the songs aren't really, except for Counting Stars, the songs aren't really my favorite. So I'm just not really a fan of it.
Number 22, I have Super Bass.
I have Survivor.
Um, it's just a little cringe. Um, I mean, like it's Vetus Little Mix, and so like there's a bit of charm to it, but like the only thing that doesn't make me, it's not that it doesn't make me cringe. The thing that makes me cringe the least is Jesse's rappy bit, and even
Hmm.
then, I'm cringing.
I do like what they did with the chorus, like dun, dun. I like that part. That was a nice addition.
Yeah, I just can't. To be fair, I also don't particularly like the song, the original song. So there's that.
Mm. Survivor's kind of the same as Cry Me a River. If they did it again, I feel like I would rank it a lot higher, but just because it was like X Factor times, they've obviously improved a lot, and it's just not as good as some of the other covers that they have.
I mean, it doesn't help that they're like 30 seconds long and shit quality.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that's the thing. It's like they're not even like you can't even watch the real thing.
They're like in 360.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, moving on to 21, I have Baby Please Come Home
I have the Crazy in Love melody. Medley.
medley. Okay, so the um Baby Please Come Home. Uh I don't like Christmas songs. Um and it's honestly not lower because it's a live performance. So like I can see them having fun and um and like I just always like live performances more than studio typically. I say always and then I said typically. But usually like a live performance will make me like a song a bit more than I would if it was always just like a studio version. So that's kind of the only reason it's up there. I just really don't like Christmas music.
Mm. I'm pretty much just gonna say like pretty much what you said about it. The Crazy in Love medley. I like the Crazy in Love part and just not really the rest.
Yeah. All right, number 20, I have Who's Lovin' You.
I have Be the One from Jesse.
Their vocals have grown so much for Who's Loving You. And then also, like, the only, like, personally interesting thing about it are the harmonies. And, like, it's not enough for me to rate it higher.
Yeah, I honestly I just don't really like the song Be the One.
I don't like
So
the original song either.
yeah, like so I like Jesse's vocals on it, but I just don't like the song. And so that brought it way down.
Moving on to number 19, I have End of Time.
I have Never Leave You.
Um, Obviously, it has beautiful harmonies everywhere. But I just am not really a fan of the song.
Mm. With Never Leave You, it's like I'm gonna say the same thing for another one of them up a little bit. I like half of it. Like not like I well like the whole thing's great, but like there's a half I really like, and then there's a half I'm just like about.
Mm,
Like it doesn't stand out to me. So that's why it's a little lower. Just because there's a like half of it didn't overpower the other ones above it.
I gotcha. All right. Number 18, I have Survivor.
I have We Are Young.
Okay, so it's just really basic. You know? Like, there's not really any exciting harmonies happening. Like, the coolest thing about it is just Jesse beatboxing, and
It's 20
that's
seconds long.
yeah, it's 20 seconds long. It's crap quality. Like, out of Jesse beatboxing, it's one of my like least favorites. So I don't. It's just really basic to me.
So with We Are Young, it's just I like the original song a lot. So I prefer the original version, and like I never listened to like the studio, or not really studio, but like the DNA track. Um but I don't mind it. So it's just kind of, it's not like quite like a middle like filler, but it's just kind of like there.
Mm.
I don't have any strong feelings about it.
Number 17, I have Bills.
I have Talk Dirty medley.
Okay, so it's better quality. The vocals are stronger and it has a more interesting arrangement, but I still find it like a little boring.
I like the songs they sing in it. I think they did them really well, but it's kind of like an outdate. Like it feels outdated to me because it's like, oh yeah, that was like 2014 music. And so at the time I would have loved it, but now I'm like, oh, I don't quite listen to those anymore. Like I don't know. I kind of got that feeling when I went back and listened to, or went back and watched it. So it just kind of fell to the bottom ish.
Number number 16, I have the girl band medley.
I have Who's Loving You.
Okay, so part of it is how old the vocals are, especially on the DNA tour. It's a little bit better on the Neon Lights tour. Part of it is that. The other part of it is like, I just think when they're performing it live, like, it's not really as tight as it could be. And I feel like the dancing wasn't very good, which I know we're not supposed to rate it on. Um, and I just, I don't know. I feel like the vocals like weren't the strongest individually or as a group.
Mm.
Um, and I feel like some of the transitions are a little weird and like I don't know. I don't know.
I don't really like the song Who's Loving You. So there's that. Like I think they sound good on it, but I A, don't like the song, and B, it's also like outdated.
Mm.
So
Number 15, I have the Talk Dirty medley.
I have All by Myself.
The fact that it's dated doesn't really bother me. Um, but I mean, I also have like a habit of listening to music that's like years old. um, but it's kind of like I like the first part of the medley, and then I don't love like the second half.
Mm.
I love the Talk Dirty like cover. I like kind of like the Run the World choreography. I'm not really the fan of like the instrumental playing as they dance. Like I mean it's a good thing to do on stage. It's a good part of the concert, but like for me personally if I had to like listen to it, like not a fan. Um and then like I don't love the song that comes after. I'm forgetting what it's called. I don't hate it, but like I just like I like the first part a lot better than the second half.
I'm gonna say the same thing I've been saying. Well, this one's different. I like All by Myself. The song. I gotta stop letting that judge it, but like it's since the cover that's gonna heavily judge whether I like the song or the cover or not. Yeah, I like the original. And I don't know, I like the type of, see I can't really say this because I ranked Jesse's low despite not liking the song. But like I do like when it's stripped back, like how it was just like her with the microphone. I like those over like the medley ones.
I mean, I feel like you can say that because Jesse's was stripped back, but the song itself is stripped back.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't really a huge difference. I mean, it was a little different. Like Jesse just had a piano, and obviously the original like Be the One has a more production.
Hmm.
But they're like pretty both like calm and unplugged. So I can see what you mean in that sense.
Oh, okay. Then we're good.
Number 14, I have the Don't Let Go acapella.
I have girl band medley.
Um, Again, it like pretty harmonies, great blend, kind of boring.
Um, I don't know. It's just like again DNA era for the girl band medley, so it isn't like their best because we've obviously seen them perform better. So there's
Think of it on
that.
the Neon Lights tour; it gets better.
That's true. That's true. I just always think of like the DNA one. Um,
I've trained myself to think Neon Lights.
yeah, I don't know. It's just again, kind of like what I said in the last one. I prefer not so much the on stage covers. I like when they're a little bit more stripped back.
Mhm. Oh yeah, guys, we did the acapella of Don't Let Go because the like full version of Don't Let Go was included in the girl band medley.
Mhm.
All right, so number 13, I have We Are Young.
I have ET.
Um, I kind of feel like I don't love this one, but I don't dislike it either. Like I can find things to like about it, but I don't go out of my way to listen to it.
Mm,
Um, like I like the way they sing some parts. I like the harmonies, but like I also just never go out of my way to listen to it unless I'm like looking it up for a video or something.
ET is kind of like it's almost like hit or miss with me. Either I'm really wanting to watch it, or I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of depends on my mood. I like I'm a fan of the original song, but it's not like one of my favorites, so that doesn't really have like a sway in my opinion. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of if I'm in the mood for it, I'm like, yes, and if I'm not, I'm just like, it's good. So, I don't know. That one was a hard one to rank, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, moving on to number 12. I have Do Up Never Leave You.
I have Dance with Somebody, like that thing.
That medley,
Yeah.
mashup, whatever. Um I like uh I like Leslie's voices on it. It's nice to kind of give them a more R&B feel. I liked the harmonies. I liked the beatboxing. I liked the arrangement. I liked how they were kind of doing a true a cappella in the sense of each girl was kind of doing something different in order to give it like a more like this is going to sound weird, but like a full experience, you know?
Hmm.
And it was more interesting than them all just like singing the same thing in a blend, or like a harmony in like a repetitive way. Um, so that is that.
Mm. I like the songs in this like little medley thing, mashup, whatever. Um, and so that obviously, as you all know, sways my opinion. And I also like how they had the people come in. What was it like? I'm blanking on what it's called.
The choir.
Choir, yeah. God, I was like the voices in the back. What are they called? Yeah, I like how the choir came in. I thought that was really cool because normally like we've never really seen them as far as I can remember with like background singers like how solo artists have, and so I thought that was kind of cool how they had the choir join them. And yeah, I like those songs a lot, so that like the originals, so I like their covers a lot.
I did so well, like not thinking about the originals, and you went the opposite way.
Oh, I know. I was like, well, do I like the song? Yes. God, yeah.
Okay, moving on to number 11. I have the No Scrubs acapella.
I have Don't Let Go.
Um, it is like a little boring in the sense that like they're just singing in harmony the whole time and like nothing else is happening. But on the other hand, it's not super repetitive and they do sound really pretty. Um, so yeah.
I like Don't Let Go. I like the just how it sounds not like exactly the same, but like it sounds the same every time they perform it. Like it's so consistent, and I really like that about it. Um, I mean, they've only performed it like a few times, but same thing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just really like what they did with it.
All right, number 10, I have Cry Me a River.
I have I don't want to be you anymore.
Okay, I was thinking about this the other day as I was rewatching the clip for the ranking, and honestly, it's got its position based on the beatboxing. Like, it's just such an impressive beatbox at the beginning. Because when you think about it, the rest of the cover is ooh,
Yeah.
and it's like shit quality and like all of that stuff. So it truly is getting by on the beatbox. I also don't love the original song. I don't dislike it, but I don't love it either. So it like truly, it's just the beatbox.
I liked this cover. I feel like I wish it was longer because we only got like a minute
Mm-hmm.
ish. Um, yeah, I think her voice suits that song really well. I just like the other ones better. There's not really like a specific reason why it's number 10. I also danced to this one, so it kind of ruined the song.
You never like a song the same way after you dance to it.
Yeah, because you hear it so many times.
Yeah, like it just like you usually hate it after, and then as the years go on, it gets a little bit more neutral, but it never bounces back truly.
Right? And like we had props with this one, and every time the
Oh,
curtain opened, it would take them away.
yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so number 9, I have I don't want to be you anymore.
I have listen.
Um, we're just like one off.
Really? I
Like with this one and with that one.
know.
Oh, I just think like you said, it like her voice is really well suited to that song, any Billie Eilish song really. And she sounded super pretty on it, and I really liked the added like runs and vibrato because it's very straight Billie Eilish's version, and I just thought like it added a little bit more texture the way Jessie did it.
So I love the original song for Listen, and I always I don't know if other people do this, but like I always like look up covers for like all the songs I like, and then I scroll just for like hours just watching them. And this is a song I do that with because I feel like you either like it's like hit or miss with the song. You either nail it or you like just don't do it. And I think Perry really nailed it, and yeah, it's kind of the same thing. It's like it's not really like stripped back because it's similar to like the original, but it feels more stripped back because it's a cover.
Well, it's because it's like it's just like them at home with a mic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, moving on to number 8. I have listen.
I have the baby please come home.
I just thought that she did it really well and like knocked it out of the park. And I'm a sucker for like Perry's really healthy belts.
Mm.
Um, like the resonance that she has on them is just like really pretty.
I don't know. I like there's just like I have good like memories with this song because I just think of like Christmas time and I'm like, oh, all cozy, happy memories. And so I like the song regardless. And then I just really like their cover. I think they really nailed this song. And the video, like I know this isn't like the singing part, but the video was just really fun too. Um,
I mentioned the video too when I talked about it. It's fine.
oh yeah, okay, we're good. I forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just yeah, it's just like a little party. I like it.
All right, moving on to number 7. I have Be the One.
I have no scrubs.
Like I said when you mentioned it, I do not like the original version. And to be honest, like there's a part of me that like doesn't like this one aspect of Jesse's, which is it's so fucking repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like it's less than a 3-minute cover, I think, and the chorus is just so repetitive. Because it happens more than once and it's the same line. And
Yeah.
if you learn anything about me, it's like kind of really hate all the repetitive stuff. Um, that said, though, there's something like just really like in this sounds weird, like enchanting about her voice on it. and I get like jazz piano bar Jessica Rabbit vibes. um, is that just me? Like,
No, I see it. Now that
um,
you mention it.
yeah, and I don't know, I really like it. It just feels really smooth, and like her tone is gorgeous, and like the rasp and the runs, and so like I do not like to listen to it like frequently, like on repeat because of how repetitive it is. But when I do listen to it, I'm always like, oh, it's so nice.
So I like No Scrubs, like the original, and I feel like their version of it is not too far off. um, and I don't know. I feel like it is repetitive because they're just singing the same part and they didn't do the full song, but I feel like it's a very clean cover,
Mm,
like kind of because I've mentioned this in my super when I was talking about super bass. I don't like it when they overdo it, like when they add in all the extra like harmonies and all the extra stuff. But because TLC was a group, it doesn't feel like they added in like extra harmonies because it's already there and it already like they only did the one. Um, as far as I remember, no, I don't know. They did stuff, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I like it. It was very simple, and so I like that.
moving on to number 6, I have the E2 blah, blah, blah. I have the ET acoustic from like their 4-year anniversary.
I have End of Time.
All right, this one obviously was like a bit of a mess vocals wise because they didn't rehearse it beforehand. But that said, I really enjoyed like the vocal growth compared to the X Factor version. And I really liked the acoustic part of it and like not the full track behind it. And like when they did nail some of the vocals, like some of my favorite parts of the vocals are like the stacking of their voices. Like there are some parts where they nail it so much and it sounds so big and full. And I love that when they do that, like just right. So yeah.
Yeah, I like End of Time. I've always loved that song. And so when I saw that they had covered it, I got really excited. And I don't even though it was from what like pre DNA, like right after X Factor, I think
Yeah.
ish timeline.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like 2012.
Yeah, like even though it's like old. It's one of the oldest covers on here. I feel like it still like if they were to do it like today, it would still sound very similar. Like I feel like it was just really, really good. I really liked that. Yeah, I don't know. It was just again, it was a very like clean cover. I like that.
All right, moving on to number 5, I have I Will Wait.
I have bills.
This one, I mean, I want to say that I liked like the orchestra behind it, but also like it was a little much. So like I have mixed feelings on that. But the harmonies were so pretty and it's like one of my favorite Perry vocals. Um yeah.
Again, I love bills. I love that song. I wish they had done it like the full version because it was only like 20, 30 seconds. Um, but kind of like No Scrubs, it was even though it was short, it was clean. It was very like uh similar to like the original in the sense that they didn't add in tons of new like layered vocals or anything or like ad libs. Well, it was short, so that's probably why. But you know, it was good. um, so yeah, I don't know. I've always just really liked that one.
Number 4, I have Falling.
I have Dark Horse.
I know everyone's going to be like because everyone loves it because it's new.
Yeah.
It is really pretty. The harmonies are gorgeous. I do like the way that they covered it, like the changes that they made. I think that they blended head and heart in really well. But there are just some parts of it that just some vocals that just like don't hit for me the right way. So I don't know. It just like it doesn't make me not like it because obviously it's at number 4. So obviously I do like it. but I definitely like it more for like the group parts than the individual parts.
I love Dark Horse. That it's so good.
Agreed.
It's like I know we should take account into like things that aren't vocals, but it's great overall. I'm just gonna say that. Um, yeah, I don't know because I this is the only well, not the only, but it's my favorite out of all of like the performing with choreo covers that they've done.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. I there's something about this one. I really like this one. I've liked it since I first came into the fandom.
Okay, moving on to number 3. I have a Love on the Brain.
I have I Will Wait.
I actually don't like the original song, um, but I do really like what they did with the song. And I like the group parts, but I also liked all their individual parts. So like compared to Falling, where I was really like mainly on the group parts, I liked all of their individual parts and I thought it suited them really well. And I thought like the harmonies were gorgeous, especially the one, well, just the background harmonies, like the ooh ones. I loved those. And then also the group harmony, the slide during Jade's, leading up to Jade's belt. So I just thought like it was very well arranged. And I just really liked that.
I Will Wait is like one of my well, obviously because it's at number 3, but it's like it's one of my favorite covers that they've done. I love it so much. For me, there's Little Mix songs that like the slower, sadder ones that don't really hit the way I want them to. But I feel like because this is kind of like a cheat because it's not their song, but they're covering it. But with this one, like I feel it. um, and yeah, it's so good. I'm I'm a fan.
All right, guys, I cheated. I couldn't pick a number 1. So you go ahead and say your number 2.
My number 2 is Falling.
All right, go ahead, talk. I'll do my number 1.
Okay, well, number 2 and number 3 were tied pretty much. Like, I was staring at it for a good, like, 20 minutes and just could not pick which one to put there. And then I kind of just dwindled it down to because I was like kind of going back and forth with watching them, and I just feel like I like their vocals better on Falling, so that's kind of what won that over. Um, but I know what you're saying, where like some of the parts don't like yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know how to explain it, like how to describe it, but like
Like obviously
I
all of their individual solos were beautiful and like the vocals were on point like all of the way, but like I just I don't know.
yeah, it's because I feel the same way. And I don't know if it's because like I'm a huge Harry Styles fan, so the song when I saw that they were covering it, I was like, yes, yes. um,
There are just some like individual style choices on their solos I didn't love.
yeah, I feel like it's because I don't want to say that Harry's music is a different like not genre but like style of music than theirs, but like it kind of is, and I feel like it just doesn't match up a little bit. Maybe I don't know. But regardless, I still love it. It's stunning.
Group parts are fabulous.
It's great. Oh,
Oh,
so good.
I don't remember if I mentioned this about it, but there's especially one moment again where they stacked it just right and it sounded so full and like round and amazing. And I just love when
Mm.
they do that.
I don't know. You could switch 2 and 3, and I wouldn't even be mad. I will like falling. I wanted to put lower because I love I Will Wait, but because with falling, I feel like since I love the song like the original so much, it's like no, nothing beats the original. um, but it made its way to number 2, so that didn't work.
My number 1 tie here is Holy Grail and Dark Horse. I couldn't pick. Like, and I couldn't pick like even vocally. Like it wasn't like Dark Horse was in competition because of like the stage performance. Like I went back and I listened to it like just for the vocals.
Mhm.
And I mean obviously the entire thing is lipped, so like it's not like the live vocals, are, it's not like, oh, I'm so impressed they're dancing and whatever at the same time. But I don't like, I don't know. I just couldn't choose because I love Holy Grail and Counting Stars. It's my favorite live lounge performance. And I really do, like, I just love the harmony. I love the arrangements. I love the parts that were chosen for them. I like that, like, they do a lot of different things with it. I like the instrumental to it. I really liked the, like, choice of instruments. Um, yeah, I just like the whole thing about that. But then with Dark Horse, like, um, I love the way they each sound on it. Like, it's one of kind of the rare times where I loved each of their tones and I thought they were, like, perfectly suited to the parts that they were singing. Um, and I thought that, like, even the group part just sounded really nice, and I don't know. So I tied them.
My number one is Love on the Brain. I don't know. I think it was one of the first live performances I'd seen from them. Because I think that was like, it was newish at the time. Um, so it like has like a little special place in my heart for that. And it's just so good. Like, it's just, I love like every second of it. The original is not like my favorite. Like, I definitely prefer their cover over the original, but I love the way it sounds. I think like the individual parts sound great, the group part sounds great, the like little like duo parts, those sound cool too. Like, it's all, I just love it so much.
Yeah, it was really hard to do this ranking, like, harder than I kind of expected.
Mhm.
And, like, I'm already kind of doubting myself on some of them. Um,
Me too.
but it was still fun. And it was kind of nice to like include the stage performance ones, because when I think of their covers, I always think of, like, the more toned down acoustic ones, and, like, the
Mhm.
acapellas. I never really, like, I don't know why, but I never, like, take into consideration the ones that happen on stage. Which is why, like, I've always said, oh, Holy Grail is my favorite cover of theirs ever. And because I just, like, never considered Dark Horse because it was, like, on tour. So it kind of made me, like, look at it a little bit differently. I don't know why I was looking at it the other way before. But so it was kind of nice to, like, rethink about it from that perspective. All right, so I think that is it. Comment down below, let us know your favorites. Please respectfully be mad at us for the controversial opinions we had. Um, so yeah, be respectful of us, and then also be respectful of the other people in the comment section. And we will see you guys next time.